Hey guys, did you know 1 in 4 marriages end in divorce? Coming from the oil field, I've seen way too much of that. A lot of people in relationships, marriages, it didn't end well most of the time, the majority of the time. And I was heading down the same path as well. It takes a lot of stress on a relationship to be away from home all the time, being home 7 days a month. It took its toll on our relationship for a while. Life was good. I mean, we got to go on vacation once in a while, and the money was great, but just the time freedom that we were missing out on was just starting to get really old, especially after doing it for 9 years. We were both in the oil field for 9 years, so things have changed drastically over the last year, and now we get to spend so much time together every day together. So
all of our time together. And if you're like me, as a woman, you love that quality time. He would be up in camp every second weekend. He would be home. But when it came to holidays, weddings, family outings, things like that, he had to miss so many important ones. And it was hard on the relationship because you want them there with you, but at the same time, of course, I always appreciated the hard work he put in and appreciated him being up in camp and away from home, because it wasn't easy for him either. And now to go from that to spending all our time together, total freedom to go where we want, when we want, to live where we please, has been a huge game changer for our relationship and our lives in general. And I know we have friends and families and co-workers who have experienced unfortunate things like divorce. There's a lot of reasons for it, but a lot of times things like that is a reason for it, and we want to let others know that it doesn't necessarily need to be that way. You don't need to have such a stress on your relationship.
Yeah, and I mean, this has all become possible since I got started working online. I started my online business, like I said, just over a year ago, and that's when things changed. I mean, it didn't happen immediately. It took some hard work and consistent time, effort, and energy, but I got to the point where I didn't need the oil field anymore. I was making more money working online, running my online business, getting the time freedom to spend my time with my girlfriend Alicia, and to spend time in places like this. It's like a $6.5 million mansion that we're at right now, and this is never something that we used to be able to go and spend a holiday at. And it all turned, and everything changes from that one decision I made to get online.
And I sat back and watched. I was very skeptical, but when he came to me and said that he was leaving his camp job up in the oil field, and I realized, I seen his success and the positive changes in him, and I just wasn't getting left behind. There was no way. And you know what? Our vacations before in our life, it was great, and we appreciate what the oil field had given us. And going to resorts and things was always great, but it doesn't compare to things like this. It really doesn't. And more people should get to experience, the bigger picture, and what kind of freedom you can truly have.
Exactly, and like I said, it's been just over a year for me, and once Alicia saw my success, it was, how many months ago was it?
About 6 months ago, and I decided to get involved because I didn't want to sit back and be the only one working a 9-to-5 job. I didn't want to be the one limiting us to how long we could vacation for, or I only had 3 weeks of vacation a year, so I definitely didn't. There was just no way that I was going to be holding us back at all. So I decided to get involved, and 5 months in, I left my 9-to-5 job. And it's been just over a month now, and I've never been happier.
Exactly, yeah, and it took me about 8 months to replace my oil field salary, but I was making a decent amount of money as an instrument tech, as a journeyman instrument tech, so it took me 9 years to get where I was in the oil field, so to be able to do that in 8 months was, it still seems, I know you think it's too good to be true, and believe me, I thought the same thing. I still have to pinch myself once in a while, but yeah, I mean, that's about it. It took one decision. So I mean, if you guys want to learn some more, message us. There's a free online workshop you guys can check out. There's going to be a link posted around this video somewhere. You just got to click on that. You register, enter your email in. You can get all the details, like I said, or you can message us personally, PM us, or just comment on this video, ask for more information, and we'll get in contact with you.
Absolutely, guys. You have a wonderful day. We're going to go enjoy the sunshine.
All right, see you guys.